a look at the person next to you. Say God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every walk of life, every creed and color, every creed and color, in kinship we unite. In honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. We come together.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Unity of Springfield. We're going to begin our service in song today by turning to number 16 in the Blue Book, I Am the Thinker.
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light, I am more than meets the eye, I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me what am I am beauty, I am joy, I am more than meets the eye, I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light that brightens someone's darkest night. I am more than meets the eye, I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes want to change my life.
Thank you, Gay and Alyssa. Well, as a part of our connection to the greater unity movement, we connect and hold individual ministries in prayer every week. This week we hold all the ministries in the state of Nevada. Let's close our eyes for a moment as we bless Nevada, the various ministries there down in Las Vegas, up in the Reno area. And we expand our awareness to include this planet Earth upon which we live. We see it filled with love, abundance, and wholeness for everyone. Thank you, God. Amen. And now I invite our platform assistant, Linda Cantor, to come forward.
Good morning. Welcome. We are so glad you are here to join us today for worship. We extend a special welcome to those of you visiting today for the first time. On your way in today, you should have received a welcome packet. We also have a gift for you, so please see one of our greeters after today's service. Unity is a worldwide spiritual movement. We are an inclusive community, and we welcome everyone. Our announcements this week: the Youth and Family Ministry is hosting Community Tech Connection Time today at 11:30 a.m. Everyone desiring assistance and support using our digital network is invited to join us. We will help you connect to our YouTube videos, Facebook page, and online giving. We will also share tips to help us expand our ministry using these resources. Reiki treatments will be offered after the service today in the chat room. Use the sign-up sheet located in the foyer or ask any one of our Reiki practitioners, all those guys wearing the orange lanyards, to receive a free 12 to 15-minute treatment. If you're number 1 or number 2 on the sign-up sheet, go to the chat room after the service to begin your treatment. Other participants, please continue to enjoy fellowship in Margaret Kane Hall until you are called by one of the practitioners. The 9 a.m. Spiritually Speaking class on Sundays is currently studying The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity by Catherine Ponder. Everyone is welcome to attend. Books are available from our bookstore. Tuesday at 11 a.m., Peggy Tell will host our Unity Prayer Service in Zoom. This is a space to support with prayer those on our prayer list, on our hearts, and in our community. Wednesday at 5:30 p.m., Karen Kelly will lead the gathering meditation via Zoom, creating a sacred space for quiet, introspective meditation. Upcoming events scheduled for our youth and family ministries are Creative Adventures happening February 23rd at noon, and a play date March 2nd at noon. Both will be in the youth ed room. You're invited to participate in the monthly drumming circle with Dave Tell on Thursday, February 20th at 6 p.m., held in Margaret Kane Hall. Next Sunday, February 23rd, there will be an SOS team planning meeting after the service in the meditation board meeting room. Mark your calendars for our upcoming membership class, Who and What is Unity of Springfield, on Wednesday, March 5th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. This membership class is open to everyone and a good refresher course. If you're interested in becoming a member, it is required for those wanting to join the church. We will cover topics such as unity history, tension. Brian Kaler and Bo Underwood will lead a discussion to help us understand Christian nationalism's history and its impact today. It's a conversation you won't want to miss. Emails are sent out weekly that have information on current happenings and how to join in events. To sign up for our emails, ask a greeter for a yellow card to fill out or visit our website to subscribe. Also, check out our website for up-to-date information at, all one word, unityofspringfieldil.org. We would like to give a special thank you to our SOS team for preparing, delivering, and serving meals to the shelter yesterday and throughout the season. Creating our lives and our world through the thoughts and beliefs we hold in mind is a spiritual principle we practice at Unity of Springfield. We also know this truth. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And our vision statement together, a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. Our mission statement, we recognize God is love, individualized in all people. Therefore, we provide a positive environment for spiritual growth that empowers all to be God's love in the world. And our youth and family ministry affirmation. Our youth and family ministry empowers the next generation with loving kindness and acceptance, creating a safe, sacred space for children, teens, and young adults to explore, discover, and experience spirituality. And now Linda Schneider will read today's daily word. No Linda Schneider? Okay, there is another Linda available to stand in for her. Hello. Sunday, February 16th, and our word today is world peace. I hold a vision of a peaceful world. The peace I wish to see in the world begins in my own heart. To call upon the peace within me and bring it into the world, I use my spiritual gift of love to feel in harmony with all others. I use my power of imagination to envision the world filled with peace, and through my gift of will, I choose peaceful responses no matter the consequences. No matter the circumstance, I'm sorry. I envision God's healing, loving power enfolding the earth and all its people. As I claim this spiritual vision, my heart is lifted and it's easier for me to perpetuate peace. The notion that others are holding the same vision of a peaceful world encourages and comforts me. I pray our shared goal of peace on earth touches every heart and mind in every corner of the globe. And from Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3, those of steadfast mind you keep in peace because they trust in you. Again, for February 16th, 2025, our word is world peace. And if you would recite the affirmation with me, I hold a vision of a peaceful world.
And now we're going to sing a song. Number 42 in the Blue Book, There Is Only Love, number 42. now let us take this moment to enter into a time of meditation and inner reflection as we gently close our eyes and open our hearts to the flow of Spirit. And let us take in a deep breath, breathe in the life and energy and power of Spirit. And as we release that breath, we let go. Let go of all fear and anxiety, all concerns. For we are here now, in this moment, to free ourselves and to release our attention from all of the busyness and activity of the world, the highs, the lows, the this and that, and to bring our attention and our focus to that inner presence and power of Spirit, the presence and power of the Christ within. With all that's going on in the world that can often make us respond with disbelief, confusion, and uncertainty, there is one thing that can bring us back to center, back to a place of confidence, of joy, of having that sense that everything and everybody is all right in this world. And it is simply taking a moment such as this one, breathing in deeply, relaxing, and simply allowing the flow of divine energy, of divine love, to fill our hearts. And it is from this heart connection, this connection with the true reality of who we are as a spiritual being, as the prized creation of the Creator. It is from here that we reestablish ourselves to a place of calmness. It is from this place that we understand, from a place of universal principle, that everything that is going on in our world is an unfoldment of consciousness, of choices that all 7 to 8 billion of us are making on this planet. And that it's up to us to bring the highest and best of ourselves to this experience. This global experience that is individualized in each one of us. And it is within ourselves that we have the most influence on creating a better world. And so it is from this place that we feel that energy and power and light flow forth from our hearts, touching every cell in our physical bodies, bringing about wholeness and strength and vitality. And it is from this inner experience, this flow of spirit, that we see that energy and light flowing out into our lives, every aspect of it, and bringing about abundance, overflowing, solutions to challenges. And it is from this inner space, this inner knowing and experience, that we can see the power of Spirit, this light of truth flowing out into our greater world, touching all 200 plus countries that make this planet Earth home. And we send forth from our hearts a prayer of peace, love, and wholeness for all. And it is now that we begin to feel that it's really happening. We feel what it would feel like if indeed the world came to a place of peace, even for a few moments. And how we would feel if that happened. Right now, each one of us is a channel, a beacon through which the power of Spirit is bringing about peace and love and wholeness on our planet, our home. And we are grateful. And now let us sit in the calm, quiet, and peace of this place, or wherever you're experiencing this meditation right now. Feeling ourselves letting Spirit flow through us fully and completely for a moment in the silence. From the stillness, from the calm, from the quiet of our hearts and our minds, we are receiving the blessings, the help, the nurturing that each of us needs, and needs on an ongoing basis, to be able to greet life each moment with confidence, with faith, and positive direction. And so we bring that awareness and that consciousness from this time of meditation and back into our everyday lives, and are grateful for the opportunity we've had to sit here quietly and to feel our oneness with Spirit, our oneness with God. And we give thanks in the name through the power of the living Christ presence within us all. And so it is. Amen. I'd like to thank everybody as a part of our service, our music staff, right over here, Gay and Alyssa, you guys are incredible. And to our two Lindas, one of whom kind of carried the daily word today, but as she was sharing that daily word, the other Linda arrived and sent her blessings to the Linda up here. Thank you to both Lindas, to Shelley, to Ron and Doris, who've been our greeters today, to Chris Farashon, who helps prepare our slides. And a special blessing goes to our videographer, who's not here today. They are not feeling well, and we have done our best to get the video going this morning, and we are not live streaming at the moment, but recording the service that we will then put up later, available for anybody who watches us from afar, from their homes, wherever in the world. So we send Danny some blessings right now. I'd like to mention yesterday we had a really nice memorial service for our former minister here, Reverend Jerry Comstock. Many of you were here for that service. We gave her a good blessing. That service was recorded and actually live streamed, and we will put that on our Facebook and YouTube pages for you to watch if you're interested. Also, as you enter the sanctuary, on the table back there, there are these little bookmarks with her photo on here and a poem by her that is called Love is All, or Love Expressing is what it's called. It's a really great poem. Take one with you as a little blessing from Reverend Jerry, and that her ministry continues here, even though she moved on over 25 years ago, and we send blessings to her and her family. We continue with that. Also, you heard the announcement about the seminar, I guess you call it a webinar, we're having over at Parkway Christian. We belong to a group here called United Open and Affirming Ministries, Faith Communities, and this is a seminar that we've put together with some experts on understanding Christian nationalism, and this is to help us discern what's going on in our country and how there is an effort to kind of make our country a Christian country. It is not a Christian country. The First Amendment says so. You can be any religion you want in the United States, and this is to help us get an understanding, to kind of get a grip on this effort that's going on in our country, and it's to help us raise our awareness about it. And this is on March 1st at 10 o'clock over at Parkway Christian, and that's not far. It's over there off of Highway 4, kind of where Lindbergh is, and it's right on the other side, not where Target and all that is, but on the other side. And they're really nice people there. I've been there once before. Last year, we went there for a seminar where we created this wall hanging here. So hope you can make that event. Also, if anyone needs to talk about what I would call the American conversation, I'm here to listen to you. Moving on to my talk. Our spiritual journey through the essential teachings of Jesus continues today with the second beatitude of Jesus. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Now, after last week's beatitude and our attempts to decipher what it means to be poor in spirit, this is a beatitude that's a little easier to understand. It's a lot more straightforward, and easier to comprehend, and I'd venture to say there's not a person here today who has not mourned in some way. We've all mourned the loss of somebody important to us. We've mourned the loss of some prized or valuable or valued, really, object that we either lost, couldn't find anymore, or maybe was taken from us, or simply wore out and we had to let it go. Or we've mourned the loss of something less tangible. It could be just even our sense of purpose, our confidence, and maybe we mourn that. And yesterday we had this service for Reverend Jerry, and we went through a process of mourning there. We think over the last few years since COVID began, the loss of many people. Did any of you lose somebody dear to you due to COVID? I'll raise my hand. I did. I lost a colleague. One day it was okay, and the next day he was gone. Send blessings to a guy named Ed. He was a great minister. Wrote some good books. We mourn the time that we spent with these folks, the in-person time. We mourn, particularly during COVID. Remember how we didn't go anywhere? Maybe we had all these travel plans. Oh, I'm going to go here and there. And it's like, mourn a little of that. I remember when it was our anniversary, 2020. I said, wouldn't it be great to go to Paris? And she goes, yeah, right. I said, there is a Paris, Missouri. They got a subway and a little park. I didn't get anywhere with that. We mourn a lot of things, maybe just the way that life is today, of times gone by. We mourn the changes in places. We mourn the way things maybe used to be. You ever have a typewriter like that? Do you mourn it? Maybe not so much. But just to feel what a typewriter feels like. For those of you who are younger, it's mechanical, goes up and down. The old phone. Mm-hmm. Remember those cameras? Those little 110s, and you put telephone books. I used to deliver telephone books. It was a job. No need to go to the gym. There's a lot of... And then the old McDonald's menu. Hamburger, 15 cents. We mourn some of this stuff if we experience some of this stuff. I belong to a lot of Facebook groups that are about what's happened in the 60s, 70s, 80s, a lot of nostalgic stuff. And there's a part of us that think that, stuff was way better back then. Stuff that's just not here anymore. I also belong to a Facebook group about where I grew up, and I'll just show you some scenes that I got from there. The first McDonald's in the state of Hawaii, 2 blocks from our house. Oh, God. That was incredible. 1969. I can remember it like it was yesterday, Over here, the ticket office for Honolulu Stadium, buying those like $2 tickets to go see the Hawaii Islanders AAA baseball team. Oh, Honolulu Stadium. Boy, do I miss that. We called it the Termite Palace. It was made of wood. Have ever you bought that Hawaiian King's bread stuff in the store, right? You went, oh yeah, this is really great. Yeah, it started there in that bakery on King Street in Honolulu. I wonder why it's called King's Bakery, huh? Yeah, we used to go there. They had, if I remember right, they had these big coconut pies and and down there the bus. I took the bus a lot, a quarter, not bad, right? And the bus system there, it was originally called the Honolulu Rapid Transit, HRT, And then people like, acronyms, I want to call it something else. Then they start calling it the bus. How original. But yeah, it's this group called Remember Oahu from the Past. Mm-hmm. And you're thinking, oh, you're talking about Hawaii again. You had such a glamorous upbringing. I grew up in Springfield. Okay. So was a restaurant called Fleetwood? Uh-huh. Sandy's? Yes. A theater called the Senate? Yargo, okay. And then you see down there in the black and white one in the corner there? Yeah, that's Mellow Cream Donuts, 1938. And if you want to reminisce, if you want to mourn Springfield of the past, there is a Facebook group called Springfield Rewind. Yeah. Nostalgia is an expression of mourning. We kind of mourn it a little bit. We wish it would be cool to go back to that, for a little bit anyway. Now, the word mourning, oh, by the way, I have to share a little bit about something I mourn. Yeah. I remember when I bought my first suit. It was at Montgomery Ward. I knew there was a Montgomery Ward here in town because I found the one downtown. There's also was another one out at a certain mall. I think it's still there. When I could fit into that suit, it was a 40 regular suit. 40 regular. And back when I was in a play and fit into a sailor outfit, can you guess what play it was? Because there's nothing like a dame. And you see the guy in the middle with the hair? Yeah. Love community theater. Love community theater. Yeah, they were looking for somebody could sing that part where there is absolutely nothing like the frame of a dame. Didn't have anybody, and they found me anyway. Or back in my drinking days, when I actually did fit into a 40 regular tuxedo. Yeah, that's me holding the bottle of champagne at our wedding reception. That's Donna. That's me. That's her brother. Yeah. We mourn those times a little bit, and we look at ourselves and go, oh my God, what happened? Time happened. Mourning comes from the word pentheo, Greek word. And it means a lot of things. It means to grieve and lament. It means sorrow, even wailing to the point. And it's where we get the English word pathos. Pathos. And so when we experience suffering and unhappiness and so on, it's a time to dig deeper into what mourning means. We're talking about when our emotions are in a tizzy, when we're out of control, and our whole being feels physically and emotionally upset. And there's no stopping the tears, the feelings, the heartache, the anguish. Or it can show up if we kind of suppress it as sort of a low-level depression, where people ask us how we are, and we go, yeah, okay. Yeah. And why? It's because something's left our lives that we valued. Usually somebody, someone close, a parent, a spouse, a child, a friend, or a pet. And there's a feeling of loss that kicks up on the Richter scale pretty high. And so pentheo, mourning, cuts deep into our psyche. And there are other levels of mourning of less impact, but at some point we feel the loss. We feel the mourning. And you want to talk about, changes, little changes. I mentioned Montgomery Ward. I used to work for them years ago. I sold appliances and TVs and stuff. The good old days in the early 1980s. Montgomery Ward closed in 2001. Used to be at the White Oaks Mall. Did you shop there? Yeah, maybe. If you go to that same location today, now they changed after Montgomery Ward left to a LA Fitness and a Dick's Sporting Goods. Did you go into those stores maybe? Today you cannot buy a major appliance at the location where Montgomery Ward is right now. But you can have a good time at some place called Malibu Jack's. I looked at it online, I go, that looks like a lot of fun. Much more fun than working at Montgomery Ward, I can tell you that. We have to learn to be okay with mourning. In Unity, we have a sort of a penchant for being very self-sufficient and spiritually together and never wanting to feel like we're insufficient or we're in need. We don't want to show that maybe we're not practicing the principles as well as we could, or not maybe expressing fully the Christ presence that is within us. And so we may neglect letting other people know that maybe we're going through a time of mourning, that we're down a little bit. Because we're together people and everything is in divine order, right? Maybe not. Maybe we're not just fine. Maybe we're not just, I don't no problems. I'm good. We like to say that today. I'm good. We are good. I'm not trying to promote the idea of mourning for mourning's sake, but simply to say that mourning is a natural part of our lives because change and loss and transition are natural experiences. Everybody goes through them. It's unavoidable. In fact, things come and go. People come in and out of our lives. And if we've had a loss, if we're experiencing some inner pain regarding something leaving our lives or somebody leaving our lives, but we're stuffing it, we're kind of pushing it down, acting like it's really not there, we're doing ourselves a disservice. If we suppress what we're feeling and hold it in, if we're being all macho about it, we're getting in the way of our own good. We're preventing others from being supportive of our loss. And what Jesus is saying here in this simple statement is that it's okay to mourn. It's not just okay, it's a blessed thing. Blessed or happy are those that mourn, because on the other side of mourning, there's comfort, for they shall be comforted. Now that comes from another Greek word. Get the Greek lesson today. Parakaleo. In Greek, that means to comfort or to console. It also means to call forth, to call near, to pray, to encourage, to cheer. So in the midst of our extremity, our mourning, our grieving, there is also an attractive force that brings to us what we need, and what we need at that point is comfort and consolation and love and a sense and an affirmation from others that good is ongoing in your life. You will get through this. And be patient with yourself as you do. This is how it is blessed to mourn. It's a good thing. It's not to be avoided. If we're willing to let mourning happen, if we're willing to be comforted and to be open to God's blessings coming through us, then we'll heal better. We'll recover more quickly and be able to move forward without carrying forward with us unresolved feelings. Life is indeed a process. It's an ebb and flow. It's about dealing with change and transition the best way possible. And Jesus affirms and promises that if you're going through this, the comfort will be there. Comfort will be there for those that mourn. So we don't need to worry about showing up with our best face on. Show up with who you are and be open. Be open and okay with being a recipient of other people's support. There's nothing spiritually weak about it. Actually, it's a sign of spiritual maturity. It's a sign of real strength because it demonstrates an understanding of this basic spiritual truth. Our extremity is God's opportunity to comfort and bless us when we most need it. Now, if we're on the comforting part of the equation, if we're with somebody who's grieving, and we all are in that because this human experience, this is a co-op experience. It's not like, well, we're the consumer of spiritual aid. No, you're a part of the co-op. Where some people are grieving, and sometimes you are. And sometimes it's up to you, if you're with somebody, to be supportive of them. I remember once getting a phone call. It was from a hospital chaplain in Cincinnati, from one of the major hospitals. And what he said to me was, the Jordan family needs you in the emergency room. That's all that was said. And I intuitively knew what had happened. One of the Jordans had passed away. And I got down to the emergency room. And all I could do as their minister is to simply be present, to be prayerful, and to show up. And that's all we need to do when we're around somebody who's experienced a great loss. Be quick to embrace. Be urgent in presence. Be very slow to speak. It's not a time to be reading out of the Bible to somebody, reading from one of our fantastic Unity books to somebody, even as good as that stuff might be. It's a time just to be present. It's a time to give somebody an encouraging hug, a look in the eye that says, I understand what you're going through, and not even having to say it. Just be there. There's nothing complicated about this, being a comforter of those who are mourning. It's just being prayerful and being a calm, non-anxious presence. And I have to tell you, that experience in that emergency room, waiting room, and dealing with this family and their best friends showing up to go and see this person who had passed on, that was hard on me because I had my own feelings about it. This guy, his name was Dave Jordan, was he's a bigger than life person. He was the biggest advocate for that church. I don't think it ever had a person like that ever again. He grew up in it from this, well, he was never small, you know? And it's a time when we have to kind of set aside our issues, maybe get ourselves ministered to by another, but if you're with somebody like that, just be there. Just be there. Because we all need a little help sometimes. And you know, John Lennon was once asked what was the best song the Beatles ever did. And he said, it's Help. And so we're going to sing that song right now. All of us. And I have asked someone to help with this, a professional singer. Who's the most professional singer in this room? No, she is.
Oh,
When I was younger, so much younger than today, never needed anybody's help in any way. Now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. I've changed my mind, I've opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. Appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? And now my life has changed in oh so many ways. My independence seems to vanish in the haze. But every now and then I feel so insecure. Reply, I need you like never done before. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. Appreciate you being around.
Help me get my feet
Back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me, help me, help me. Ooh. Thank you. We got one more song to do with this. It's the, is it the blue book today? It's blue, and it's number 42. There is, no wait, we already did that one. Number 10. I have no lack. Number 10. Sorry.
I have no lack, no limitation. I am free, I am divine, I'm inspiration. I have no doubt, no hesitation. I face each day with great anticipation. I have no lack, no hesitation. I am free, I am divine, I'm inspiration. I have no doubt, no hesitation. I face each day with great anticipation. I have no lack, no limitation. I am free, I am divine, I'm inspiration. I have no doubt, no hesitation. I face each day with great anticipation. I face each day with great anticipation. I face each day with great anticipation.
That's a fun song. Yes, yes. Oh, really? Yes, you did. It's on, yeah. We got singers, we got composers, we have pianists, we have guitar, we'll see, anyway. No, there's a great guitarist right back there, but anyway. Well, we now have an opportunity to support our ministry with our treasure, with our love, and so if you brought a donation to share, a physical one, we have bowls in the front and the back to receive your gift. And we also have the opportunity to give donations electronically by going to our website, unityofspringfieldil.org. Go to the donate link on the page. Texting can also be done. A gift through that means at 217-335-4121. And you can mail us a check through the United States Postal Service, 417 East Cordelia, Springfield, 62703. Now, let us bless the offerings we have to share. So if you have one in your hand or if you give electronically, think of that gift as we affirm with our statement together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. Amen. Let us now affirm together the prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And now, let us rise, join hands if you wish, as we sing, Let There Be Peace on Earth.